Hey everyone, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy, and I wanted to do a quick video on things that basically I've planned or have already told my friends who are girls who are in their 30s and don't yet have kids. Not saying they should have kids or shouldn't or anything like that, but just things that I've learned over the last few months that I've been pursuing becoming a single mom by choice that I wanted to share with them. So I said in other videos, like, I've always wanted to be a mom. Ever since I was a little kid, I always imagined myself growing up, getting married, having kids. And a few years ago, after I had ended a long-term relationship and I was dating again but not having much luck, at my annual visit to the gynecologist, I asked her, is there any way, that she could tell, how much time I still had left to have kids. And she said there really wasn't any definite way. It's kind of common knowledge that in general, women, when they get around 35, their fertility starts to decline. But some women can have babies into their 40s without any fertility help, and then some women can. I mean, it's different for every person. I mean, there's some women in their 20s who have fertility issues, so there's no like definite this is how it works in all women. So back then I didn't really know, and she said there was no way to tell. So fast forward a few years, and this year I just turned 35, and I had been thinking about it I guess for a while, and it had always been something that was kind of in the corner of my mind that, in the corner of my mind that, if I reached a certain age or I'm starting to get older and hadn't found my Mr. Dre Chaser, that I would be willing to have a baby by myself rather than to not have kids at all. So I told my gynecologist this year at my annual visit, and she gave me a referral to see a reproductive endocrinologist. And when I went to that appointment, the first thing they did was some blood work. And the one test that they did is a test that they can do at any point in your cycle, meaning at any point during the month. It doesn't matter, if you're on your period, it's before your period, after your period. Is an FSH test. Now, I don't remember what it stands for. You can Google that, or if I remember, I'll try to put it in the comments. But it is a test that gives them an idea of your fertility. I'm not the doctor, so I don't know exactly how it works. But I know they like to see a number less than 10, and that number is an indicator of, I guess, like if you're still fertile or if you're approaching not being fertile. So they did that blood work on me, and my number was less than 10, which was good. Another test that they did, or that I had done, was on a different day. There was another test called an AMH test. So that's like apple, A as in apple, M as in man, H as in home test, AMH. Again, I don't remember what it stands for, but it's another fertility indicator. Now, I know that this particular test is kind of time sensitive, meaning they have to do it at a certain point in your cycle, and that point is about 3 days after your period starts. So I think the flexibility is anywhere between 2 and 4 days, but they try to get it on the third day, and that test actually measures your like how many eggs you have left. If you didn't know, all females are born with all the eggs that they'll ever have. Unlike men who make new sperm, I think every month or however often, but they constantly are making new sperm. Women are born with all the eggs they'll ever have. So this AMH test helps the doctor figure out, do you still have eggs left? I don't think it correlates specific to a different number. Like if you get, this on the AMH, that means you have this many eggs left. But the way that it works is that AMH hormone is a hormone secreted actually in your ovaries, and it's secreted by I guess, the follicles that will become eggs. And so the higher of that hormone, the more ovaries that you have left. And depending on your age, it kind of goes down as you get older because you don't have as many eggs left. So that's another test that they did, and I did well on that test also. So it showed that I was still, at 35. The reproductive endocrinologist told me that I was coming to see her at exactly the right time. My numbers were still good. They hadn't yet started declining. Actually, I went to see her, I was still 34. I'm 35 now. But she said I came at exactly the right time. So for all my friends who are in their 30s, they don't have kids yet, if they think they might want kids or if they're not sure, I think they should all go and get this blood work done. It's just a needle. You could probably call and maybe even, if you get with maybe your gynecologist could do it or a reproductive endocrinologist, and you could maybe go on the 3rd day of your period and have both tests done, and at least get an idea of, a picture of your fertility. Now, I believe the AMH test is kind of new, which is why maybe a couple of years ago when I asked my gynecologist, she didn't mention it. But I think it's important to just know where you stand. I mean, men have a luxury in life that they can have a child pretty much at any age. I'm not saying that they want to do that, but it's physically possible. And women, we don't have that luxury. And we all have goals, and maybe we want careers or other aspirations. And, maybe we're not sure about kids. Or maybe we know we definitely want them, but just not yet. I think it's important to maybe go and have this blood work done if you're over 30. And just to get an idea of where you stand and maybe get a baseline. So maybe if you do it again at 33, you can see if things are, remaining constant, or maybe if they're starting to go down, just to help you make the best decision for what you want out of your life, and be informed. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. So hopefully maybe there's some women out there who go and get those 2 blood work tests done, just so that they can figure out what's best for them. So anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.